Victor Wembanyama is considered by many to be a once-in-a-lifetime millennium prospect that many scouts believe is a better prospect at 18 than LeBron. At 7'4" with a wingspan measured at 8 feet, Victor would already be tied with Boban Marjanovic for the tallest player in the league, and he's only 18. When you factor in that the guy shoots, dribbles, and moves like he's 6 foot, it's easy to see why the entire basketball world is raving about him. Victor is already a lock to go first overall in the upcoming NBA draft, but because he's from France, most fans in the States don't really know much about him. So, without further ado, here's everything you need to know about the growing legend, literally and physically, of Victor Wembanyama. And of course, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more videos if you're new. Victor Wembanyama grew up in Le Chesnay, France, and interestingly enough, he actually grew up playing soccer and also doing judo. His basketball journey started at 4 years old when he would be trained by his 6'3" mother. His mom, unsurprisingly, is a former basketball player herself and current youth coach. And his dad is a 6'6" former long jumper. His sister also plays basketball professionally. So, as you can see, basketball runs in the family. Victor began his basketball career with a local team in Le Chesnay, Entente Le Chesnay Versailles, and later joined Nanterre 92 at 10 years old. Although he was fielding offers to play for bigger teams, his parents didn't accept any of them until he joined FC Barcelona on loan for the Mini Copa del Rey, which was a U14 tournament. Back in October 2019, Victor made his professional debut at age 15 in the Euro Cup for the Nanterre 92. At 15 years, 9 months, and 25 days old, Victor became the second youngest player to ever play in the Euro Cup. A year later in 2020, he began seeing legit media attention for the first time after a YouTube video surfaced of a 7'3", 16-year-old Victor playing against fellow Frenchman Rudy Gobert. The video blew up and has over 6.8 million views now. Victor went on to rep France at the 2019 FIBA U16 European Championship in Italy and the 2021 FIBA Under-19 Basketball World Cup in Latvia, where he played against current NBA rookies Chet Holmgren, Jaden Ivey, and Johnny Davis. He won silver in all tournament team honors in both tournaments and set the FIBA record for most blocks per game in a single tournament. Keep in mind, he was a year younger than most of these guys. After winning Pro Best Young Player for the 2020-2021 season, Victor decided to leave the Nanterre 92, and in June of 2021, he signed a 3-year deal for Asvel of the Pro A and EuroLeague. Victor won his second consecutive LNB Pro Best Young Player award last May, but opted out of his contract at the end of the season after picking up an injury in June, which led him to join the team he's currently balling with, the Metropolitans 92. Victor signed with the 92 in late June, and of course they recently came over to the US to play the number 2 prospect in this year's draft, Scoot Henderson, and the G League Ignite team earlier this month. Victor went for 37 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 blocks fresh off the flight, and then followed that up with 36 points, 11 boards, 4 assists, and 4 blocks the very next day. Following the coming out party, Victor was showered in praise from seemingly everybody in the basketball world. LeBron said, "Everyone's been a unicorn over the last few years, but he's more like an alien. No one has ever seen anyone as tall as he is, but as fluid and as graceful as he is on the floor. His ability to put the ball on the floor, shoot step-back jumpers out of the post, step-back threes, catch and shoot threes, block shots, he's for sure a generational talent, and hopefully he continues to stay healthy." Adrian Wojnarowski flat out called Victor the single greatest prospect in NBA draft history, and Giannis said that the league needs to get ready for him. To further illustrate how Victor's viewed in NBA circles, in NBA.com's annual anonymous GM survey, Wembanyama was comfortably voted as the best international player in the world playing outside the NBA. In last year's survey, that title was given to 4-time All-EuroLeague selection Nikola Mirotic, who played 5 seasons in the NBA before returning to Spain's ACB with Barcelona. So we all know what people in the States think of Victor, but how about the guys that have been playing against him overseas for years? Nothing could sum up Victor's rare combination of size and skills better than what NBA vet Nicolas Batum had to say after leaving a French national team practice in 2018. Batum said, "I saw this 14-year-old kid walking and I said, hold up, let me watch this kid play. I saw him moving, dribbling, and I called Tony Parker right away and said, we gotta get this guy Victor Wembanyama." For anyone listening, I've been telling people during the last 4 years about him. Jason Filippi, a Europe-based scout, told reporters, "The unicorn talk is kind of true. I'm not saying he's the next Luka Doncic. I'm not saying he's going to be the greatest player ever, but he is special. It goes beyond his size. It's the whole package. His combination of size, agility, and skill, natural instincts, that's stuff you can't teach." American guard Keith Hornsby has played against Wembanyama multiple times in France and recalled being struck by the then 17-year-old Victor's unique defensive ability during an exhibition game last year. He switched on me and he was playing pretty far off of me, so I decided to take a shot, and then I saw this lanky arm just extend out of nowhere and block it. It was honestly a little embarrassing. And then of course my coach is mad at me like, why didn't you attack him? And I was like, I thought I had room to get a shot off, but in Victor's space, it's just different than a normal defender. It's very apparent that he has a great touch and natural feel, something that you can't really teach. He has a nice feel for shooting and a touch for finishing around the basket. And then of course on defense, he can block shots just off of height and length alone, and his timing has gone better as well. Whenever he's on the floor, his presence is felt. You can just feel him, feel the fact that he's lurking about. He's dangerous on offense and defense. Amidst the Wembanyama hype, there's of course been tons of talk about teams tanking to be able to draft him this upcoming June. One GM told ESPN that after Victor's debut in America, it feels like last night will start the race to the bottom like we've never seen. While of course nothing's set in stone, early projections have the Rockets, Thunder, and Spurs as the 3 most likely teams to land him, at least for now. Lord knows what the NBA has coming for them upon Victor Wembanyama's arrival. But even with all the hype, he's keeping as level of a head as possible for someone of his caliber, and his main focus right now remains on getting buckets and staying healthy ahead of the 2023 NBA draft. And that's everything you need to know about the growing legend that is Victor Wembanyama. If you enjoyed the video, of course, feel free to leave a like and subscribe for more videos just like these.
What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to our YouTube channel. It's been a long time since I made a video, but I wanted to make a video about Grant Nelson. And why would I want to come back to YouTube and make a video about Grant Nelson? Well, I think I'm one of the only people on social media that has seen Grant Nelson play in person. I just saw him play 2 weeks ago, and I'm also someone who saw him play before he even hit his crazy growth spurt in high school. Back when he was only a 6'2" guard, I saw him then. And so I'm someone who has seen Grant and his game develop. I'm someone who's followed him closely in his time in college. And I'm someone who, when he hit that growth spurt and I saw him as a senior in high school, I said, I think that's an NBA player. And that's pretty cool because he's from a small town in North Dakota. We don't produce NBA players. We barely produce Division I players. And so to see him blow up on social media, get the recognition that I think he deserves, it's been pretty cool to see. So who is Grant Nelson? Well, Grant Nelson is the modern day definition of a unicorn. He's one of these guys who's 6'11", who can handle the ball, that can shoot the ball, plays a little bit probably more out on the perimeter than down low, and really doesn't play like a traditional big guy. Now, he's someone who benefited a lot from having a late growth spurt in high school. Was a 6'2" guard at one point, ended up growing to 6'10", 6'11", and now has developed into the modern day kind of 4 guy, sometimes 5 guy, who you want out there, who's really versatile, can do a lot of different things on the floor. At the mid-major level, he's the definition of a mismatched nightmare. He's someone who offensively can really handle the ball, can shoot the ball. If you put a big guy on him, he's gonna get on the perimeter like you see on this clip, and can really just get to his spots, whether that's getting to the hoop, getting to his pull-up jump shot, step back threes he's got in his game. And so there's not a lot a bigger, slower-footed big guy can do to him. He's just too good off the dribble to really be bothered by that. You put a small guy on him, he can turn his back to the basket. He's got good footwork for a guy who's only been, this big for now a handful of years. He's really just elite footwork down low and can score with ease if you put a smaller guy on him. Defensively, he's also really versatile, really good length, someone who can protect the hoop in that regard. He's really good in switching situations, can really contain the ball, uses length to his advantage, but he can also move his feet. And so it's in switching situations, it's not really the mismatch for the guard when he switched on him. He's someone who can really contain that and protect the hoop. And so there's not a lot, especially at the mid-major level, that teams can do with this guy. As he projects to the NBA, there's a few things or holes in his game that he'll have to improve on. He'll have to put on some weight. He's going to have to get more consistent with shooting the ball. but the physical tools are there. I mean, 6'11", above average athlete. Didn't even get to talking about the fact that he's a Sports Center top 10 highlight waiting to happen. He's got quick twitch. You give him any bit of space and he's elevating and he's trying to put you on a poster. And so there's not a lot of weaknesses at the mid-major level that anyone can really do with them. Now, a couple things that I've seen on social media talking about Grant. First, he's a Division I basketball player. He plays in the Summit League Conference, same conference that Oral Roberts, who made a run to the Sweet 16 a couple years ago, played in. So yes, he's a Division I basketball player. It's low D1, but he's still D1. There's been people talking about him only averaging 16 and 8 a game. College basketball is a little weird. He at times can float out on the perimeter and maybe not be as involved as you would like. But he's had some monster games this year. I think he had like 35 and 16 to open the conference season. And he's had a few games where he's been in foul trouble. So there's ebbs and flows there, but trust me, dude can get to it and he's a problem. And then there's been some other comments. I don't know where it came from that he comes off the bench. Dude's a starter. I think he started the last 2 years. He came off the bench as a freshman. He's had, I think, an ankle injury this year that forced him out of a couple games. And maybe he came off the bench for a couple there this year when he's kind of rehabbing from that. But dude's a starter. And so at the end of the day, the dude is going to be in the conversation for Summit League Player of the Year. Max Abmas will also have something to say about that. But overall, he's the best NBA prospect out of the Summit League, and he might be the best mid-major NBA prospect in all of college basketball. There's not too many better than him, I know that. And so, yeah, that's what I have to say about Grant. Just wanted to make a quick video. If you have any questions, let me know. I've, like I said, seen him develop throughout the years, and I've seen him play several times in person over the last couple of years, and I'm a short drive away from being able to go watch him whenever. So if you have any questions, let me know down in the comment section below. And with that being said, maybe I'll see you guys later, maybe not. Maybe this is the last video. Who knows? But anyway, we'll see you.